When my father called, I was emptying a closet of crafts and games my teenage daughters had outgrown. "Tasha, I've been thinking," he said. "How is Cecily doing?" He paused, sounding unusually purposeful. I moved to the foyer where the late-day sun streamed into the room, picturing my father sitting at his desk, a cigarette burning between his fingers, a thin coating of ash everywhere, the enduring trace of the ruin his mental illness has wrought in his life. I braced myself for his next question. "Is she still dancing?" he finally asked. "Yes, she's dancing and painting both," I said, relieved. He said shrewdly. "So I've decided I should take her to see the film Black Swan." "Black Swan is a horror film about a ballet dancer who loses her mind," I replied, flashing back to the day he took 8-year-old me to see The Exorcist. To protect and instruct me in the ways of the devil. "I don't want her to see Black Swan, Dad. Are you crazy?" "I don't know. I don't know why you won't let me take her," he shot back. "It's an important film." I said no, and I'm her mother. As if in a battle over her moral instruction, he pressed on to the heart of his mission, to the core of his intended spiritual mentoring. "You know she's schizophrenic," he said, blindsiding me. His tone, which I long ago learned to interpret, suggested that he hoped for her the same insights that he was gifted with. The way, when he's sane, my father is able to see through to what is enduring in a person, and yet, who better than he to know the devastation of the diagnosis he pronounced on her? The fact that schizophrenia often lies in wait until young adulthood lands like an unwanted raven on my motherly shoulders. When Cecily's older sister, Ella, dressed for Halloween in a white frock and recited Emily Dickinson's poem, "I am nobody. Who are you? Are you nobody too? Then there's a pair of us. Don't tell, they'll advertise, you know." I worried how deeply she seemed to feel things. And then as our children reached adolescence and did what teens are renowned for, falling apart at the seams, throwing evidence at me like dirty laundry to make a case for the world's conspiracy against them, I worried some more. When I'm at my best, I listen to their anxieties flow like a wash cycle, rinsing out the stains of the day, what children do when they feel safe. At other times, I agonized that their feelings of persecution were early signs of some fault in our genes. One afternoon, while sitting at the kitchen table, Ella, 13 at the time, asked, "Since you don't have schizophrenia, does that mean that I won't?" With what I hoped was an imperceptible pause, I told her, "Genetic predispositions can skip a generation, but I'm confident that you are fine." "I read that schizophrenia has been connected with drug use," she continued, "so I decided I'm going to stay away from drugs." I didn't tell her that when I was an adolescent, I made different choices. And I wondered, not for the first time, if I was underqualified to be her mother. If my father had chosen Ella, I might have been less surprised. But identifying Cecily, our youngest, strong-willed dancer, was so unexpected. "I don't know she's schizophrenic, and neither do you," I hissed. But I didn't hang up the phone because I was afraid if anyone knew madness, it was my father. "Well," he said, "I guess you'll see." "No," I say with certainty I don't feel. "If you ever breathe a word of this to either of them, you will never see us again," I said, and I wanted to beat this threat into him with the handset. But most of all, I wanted him to be wrong, even delusional.